YouTube, thank you for tuning back to the channel. I know it's been a long time, but I had to talk about this, and I promise I'm going to be on a regular schedule. All right. I was talking to my dude Drew, and we got something new about to hit y'all in a few. Damn, I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but it rhymed. So we're just gonna go with it. Y'all guys have been under a rock, but ever since this girl, the cheesecake girl, all right, she's the girl that didn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory because she was too good.
Whew. Let me just get the door for you. Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Mm-mm. Yes. Would you want me to open the door for you? Look. Are you're recording me? Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. What's the problem with that? This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant? You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them. Oh yeah, I want to talk about it. Yeah. Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay. Okay. So yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right? I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah. What's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? I actually have a nice meal down. What I usually get there? Is it the roasted chicken? Anyway, I haven't been there in a while. Cheesecake Factory, in my eyes, is a pretty good factory, a pretty good restaurant. Anyway, they came out with a list. This list right here says this list makes up. What say? This list makes it seem like we don't want to date at all. Here is a list of places women absolutely. And I had a couple drinks. Absolutely refuse to go on a first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help with the list. Now look at this list. All right. Of course, number one is your Cheesecake Factory, which we just talked about that. Applebee's. Okay. It's just a regular old chain restaurant. My thing is these restaurants, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, any restaurant, you're just trying to get to know the girl, right? You're trying to get to know and talk to her and get a feel of what's going on. All right. So it's not really the restaurant that counts in my eyes. At least it's how it was when dating back in the day. I don't think girls would even complained about this. Or maybe they did and social media went around. The movies. The movies I can almost agree with because you don't do a lot of talking at the movies, right? It's after and before. But the movies could be a second date if it's a movie you really want to go see. Your house. I'm not bringing no chick to my house nowadays. I've been married for like 13 years. I've been married since 2012, so 11 years. All right. So things were different back then. But if I was single today, I'm not bringing no chick to my house. These chicks are setting up dudes. Dudes are getting killed, robbed, all that stuff. So it's no way I'm bringing them to a house. So I actually agree with your house. I don't know if she's talking about the girl's house. That's probably what she's talking about. But any house in general, any fast food chain, most people are not taking you to a fast food chain anyway. But like I said, if it's a date and he's taking somewhere and he's just trying to get to know you and y'all agree on what's going on, why not? Especially if he's paying. Buffalo Wild Wings. Now this one, when I seen this one, I was like, I actually had some good times with some people in Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, you watching the game, everybody's intense. You know what I'm saying? Now the food is just, grilled food. You're gonna eat your wings and, stuff like that. It ain't really about the food, it's about the atmosphere. You talking to somebody, you're laughing, you're high fiving, you're watching the game. That can actually be a very good date. See, I'm not thinking about how much it costs. A lot of these girls, I guess, with this list is thinking about how much this stuff costs. The cost is not the factor. It's just about getting to know that person. And a lot of this list right here, whoever made this list, makes me think they're not really trying to get to know the dude. They just trying to see how much money he got. And I guess the first date lets them know how much money a dude really got, which that's not the case. Wingstop's the same thing, I guess. I don't ever go to Wingstop. Red Lobster. Now, Red Lobster back in my day was a highest class restaurant. And of course, still nobody really go to Red Lobster no more. A buffet. I'm not a buffet guy. IHOP. Maybe on the second, third day, because if you're out and about, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. IHOP's the only thing open. Same with Denny's. The gym. I like to work out. Maybe if she likes to work out, maybe not on the first date. It depends. If she's a real gym girl and she really wants to go, it might be a good first date. Church? Nah, probably not. Starbucks. I'm a coffee drinker. If she's a coffee drinker, where else can you go to drink coffee that's not higher than Starbucks? Starbucks got coffee that costs more than meals at a fast food restaurant. Straight up. But that's not a good date. Actually, I think it's the perfect date. You sit down, have a cup of coffee. It's just you, the coffee, and me. Let's talk. How you doing? Not what's your name, because I already know what her name is. How you doing? What's going on? What's going on with your life? How things going? Blah, 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 blah. Have a good conversation, right? You're not going to have the waiter interrupt and everything. You're going to have your coffee and it's just going to be y'all two. Y'all can sit there and talk for hours. I don't understand that. Coffee dates, I guess it's the same thing. Ice cream dates, that could be a good one. Just you, the ice cream, you know what I'm saying? Family functions, nah. That needs to be on the list. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu. I think that gets into later on, right? Now, if the dude's with it, the chick's with it, it could be a good first date. Somewhere that requires a long drive. We can have a talk in the car, right? That might be bad, though. You're right. Because that means I got to take you somewhere far. If the date don't go good, I got to drive back, and that could be awkward. Bowling. What's wrong with bowling? Nightclubs, I agree with that. I mean, you can't really talk in a nightclub unless it's a nice bar that has, soft music or something like that. Hookah bar, a bar for just drinks. That's perfect. If nobody's hungry, let's go to a bar, have a drink, and let's talk. Waffle House is the same as any sports events. I actually think the sports event could be good. You sit there, you're watching the football game, talking, the basketball game, talking, chopping it up. That could be nice. Plus, if it ain't about money, sports events are high. I don't know. I just wanted to go through the list. That's what I feel about the list. Let's read some of these comments, all right? So tired of the black community and these daily conversations, right? This list is the reason why y'all single now. I agree. And that's a girl. Shout out to Nikki, 23. Only man having a problem with this list is the broke one. Everything on this list is frozen food that tastes like paste except Cheesecake Factory. And I Uber eat that on a regular night. Everything on this list tastes like paste. Buffalo Wild Wings. You don't like wings? Starbucks? That's not even really any restaurants on here. This is just places. Cheesecake Factory, say you like that. Applebee's. I can eat some good chicken fingers. Chili's, great chicken fingers. Chipotle, you can find something there. Don't say it tastes like paste. It's just something that you don't want to go. Look, it has 70. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me go. I'm tripping. Let me let y'all see what's going on with this list a little bit. Let me see. Let me bring it up. Here we go. It has 79 replies. All right here. All right, 67 or 79 said. The only women who agree with this are broke 304s. Seems like you don't even have a man. Girl, go to sleep. Going wherever if I'm paying. Though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm paying, bro, I'm taking you somewhere. What's wrong? Like, is there a certain amount that you got to pay? Answer that in the comments. So Uber Eats and chill should be fine for you. Right. If you like Cheesecake Factory, we can Uber eat these and be at your crib. I bet you won't like that. Okay, she's replying to some of this. She says, here comes all the broke man hurt inside. That's the favorite come through. Either you hurt, short, sad. That's their favorite comeback. I'm just saying, if you disagree or you agree with this list or you don't want to go nowhere on this list, that means you don't really want nobody. You don't want to actually talk to somebody. You worried about where you're going instead of worried about getting to know that person. I read earlier, because I did read this list earlier, and I read in her comment, she said she wants to go somewhere where she can't pronounce the name. She wants somewhere high. overpriced. You're going to go somewhere that you can't afford yourself. That's the problem. Don't you know there's a wave of people that just date to eat? They call themselves foodies, and they just serial date just to go to different places to eat. Bruh. It was not like that back in the day, bruh. The queen of accountability said, it's all about getting to know the person. Y'all letting these TikTok bozos ruin your chances. Facts. Fellas, if she makes a list like this, take her to a fancy upscale restaurant. Let her get out the car on her own, then drive off. Facts. You know what I'm saying? If you got a list at all, then it's a red flag. If you got a list, we're not even getting that far. Me and my wife, that I've been married to for 11 years, we've been together since 2009. Our first date was the movies, and I was late. Guess what? But I made up for it. We got together, we laughed, we kicked it. You know what I'm saying? We've been together ever since. Right? We've been to the fancy restaurants. We spent a couple $100 for food and stuff like that. That wasn't the case. It was the first, we wanted to go see a movie. We both wanted to see the movie. We went to see the movie. We went to go get something to eat. I forgot where we went to go eat. And that was that. You know what I'm saying? We've been together ever since. We got to know each other during that. That set up the second date, the third date, the fourth date. End up going, actually, all the way to Myrtle Beach. You know what I'm saying? For another date. That was long down the line. I mean, you know, the dates just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? End up getting married, moving in. We got 2 kids. Live happily ever after. Anyway, I ain't gonna get too far on this. I'm just letting you know, bruh. The date doesn't have for the fellas, right? Because the woman's gonna do what they're gonna do. The date doesn't have anything to do with it. Actually, take her somewhere on one of these. Take her to one of these 28 places, right? And if she trips about the place, that's a red flag. That's saving you time. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be with a chick for 2 years and realize, man, what the heck was I thinking? Take her to one of these. This is the list where you should take somebody, all right? And if she trips about one of these, red flag, kick her to the curb, and keep it moving. You feel me? I'm going to get off of here. Got to go pick up my kids from school. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all be good. Peace.